What's going on, everyone? Doc back with another video. Before we get into today's games, we're just going to do a quick recap from last night's action. We went 3-2 on the night. Not the best night, not the worst. We cashed in on the Hornets -6.5, Hawks money line, and the Washington Wizards +5. And we did end up losing with the Clippers -5, and the Jazz did not end up covering that game, only winning by 4. We had them at -5.5. 3-2 on the night, not the worst, not the best. Let's get into it today. Game 1, 3:30 p.m. You got the Milwaukee Bucks hosting the Brooklyn Nets. Brooklyn will have Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving playing for today. Giannis Antetokounmpo is a game time decision with the ankle, but he's a probable play for today's game. I'm gonna go with the Brooklyn Nets in the points here. Coming off a loss, I think they're gonna bounce back hard. I don't see myself betting against Brooklyn when they have two of the big three playing. They're just too good of a basketball team, in my opinion, and I'm not totally sold on the Milwaukee Bucks this season. Take Brooklyn +2.5 with confidence at 3:30. On to game two. This is a tricky one. You got the Portland Trailblazers visiting the Celtics. It's a 7:30 tip-off. The Celtics will be without Kemba Walker again, and it's looking like Jaylen Brown is uncertain for Sunday with an ankle injury. He's been dealing with a right ankle sprain, which appears to be a new injury. This could explain why he did go 5 for 24 against the Spurs last game. But yes, Jaylen Brown is questionable for today's game against Portland. I'm going to ride the fire. I'm going to take the Portland Trailblazers. They're on a 3-game win streak, playing really good basketball right now. I used to be against them earlier in the season, but they've kind of figured it out this last week and a half. I'm gonna ride with Portland again on the -1.5 against the Celtics. On to game three, you got the Knicks visiting the Rockets. Not much to think about here. The Rockets will not win this game. Um, Not a big fan of the -10.5. Of course, it's not an interconference matchup, so I don't know why the spread is that big. Yes, Houston did play yesterday. They did get embarrassed. I do like the Knicks money line here. Not sold on the points. You could probably stay away from this game. Not much value. On to the next game. The San Antonio Spurs hosting the Philadelphia 76ers. The Sixers will be a -6 favorite. They got everybody playing for tonight. They'll be fully healthy. And on the Spurs side of the ball, they will be without Trey Lyles again. And DeJounte Murray is questionable for Sunday with a knee injury. Um, I do like Philadelphia money line here. If you were to play the line, I'd maybe adjust it a bit up for the Spurs, maybe to +8, +9, but I would go Philadelphia money line on this one right here. That's a good play for me. The 8 o'clock game, you got the Suns against the Thunder. It's a 15.5 spread. Not much value here, guys. You could probably take the Suns to cover this one. The Thunder lost by 57 points last night. That was an NBA record for the biggest home loss in NBA history. One of the worst teams in the league, maybe the worst team in the league, especially with all the injuries they've got. You can take the Suns here, but I'll just stay away. There's not much value. On to the next one. You got Dallas playing their second game of a back-to-back. They'll be hosting the Sacramento Kings. They are -6.5 favorite. Um, Dallas will be without Kristaps Porzingis again tonight, and JJ Redick will be a game-time decision. And on the Kings side of the ball, they will be without De'Aaron Fox again, and Harrison Barnes does have a chance to suit out Sunday, but is still considered doubtful, so they'll probably be without him as well. Um, you're pretty safe going with the Dallas money line here, guys. Again, anything can happen with this Kings team. They did upset the Lakers, being 10-point favorite, the 10-point underdog the last game, but I do not see that happening again, guys, especially that De'Aaron Fox and the way Luka Doncic has been playing. He has been absolutely in his bag. Went off last night to come back and beat the Wizards in the fourth quarter. I'm going to go with Dallas money line on this one. On to the last two games of the night. You've got Miami visiting Charlotte. Miami will be a 5.5-point favorite for tonight. I'm going to go with the Hornets and the points here, guys. I really do like this Hornets team. Both of these teams played yesterday. Both of these teams won yesterday. I did tune in a bit to the Heat game, but I did watch most of the Hornets game. I just like the way they're playing. LaMelo Ball should play some more minutes today. He did play pretty good for his first game back. Had the assist of the season, and racked up a few baskets as well. I do like the Hornets to cover today, guys. +5.5 against the Heat. On to the last game. You got the Raptors visiting the Lakers. The Lakers will be in as a -7.5 favorite for tonight. I do like the Lakers to win this game, guys, but I do think that is way too many points, especially against a Raptor team that has shown that they can beat pretty much anyone if they're on point. Only losing to the Jazz by 4 yesterday. It will be a second of back to back for them. They will be tired, but I do think 7.5 is a little too many. I would adjust the line up to plus 9.5, plus 10.5 for the Raptors if you're going to play the line. If you're just going to go for the money line, go with the Lakers. I'm pretty confident in this one. Other than that, that should do it for today's slate. As usual, I will drop my picks in the comments section below. Good luck tonight, everyone. Let's win some fucking money, and I'll see you on the next one.